Thank you for spending these moments with Rise and Rest. Carry this message with you. Share it with someone who may need it. And remember, rise with purpose, rest with hope. Good evening. There are moments when the mind believes that if it thinks a little longer, worries a little harder, or searches one more time, it will finally discover the answer it needs. So even after the day is ended, you continue turning the same questions over in your thoughts. You replay conversations, you examine decisions, you imagine every possible outcome, hoping that enough mental effort will create certainty. But some answers do not arrive through force. Some answers need silence. They need distance from the noise, pressure, and urgency of the day. They need the kind of space that only appears when you stop demanding an immediate explanation and allow your inner world to become still. Tonight, you do not have to solve everything. This is not an invitation to ignore your responsibilities. It is an invitation to recognize when continued thinking is no longer creating wisdom. There is a difference between reflection and mental exhaustion. Reflection helps you see more clearly. Exhaustion makes every concern appear larger, darker, and more permanent than it truly is. Perhaps something happened today that you do not fully understand. Someone may have disappointed you. A plan may have changed. An opportunity may feel uncertain. You may be waiting for news, direction, healing, or reassurance. Your mind wants to close every open space with a conclusion, even if that conclusion is painful. Do not let a tired mind write the ending. Fatigue can turn a delay into rejection. It can make one mistake feel like a ruined future. It can convince you that silence means abandonment and that uncertainty means something terrible is approaching. But tonight's fear is not always tomorrow's truth. Let the day settle before you judge it. Think of a glass of water filled with sand. When it is shaken, everything becomes cloudy. You cannot see through it by shaking it harder. You place it down. You leave it undisturbed. Slowly, the sand falls, the water clears, and what was hidden becomes visible again. Your mind deserves that same stillness. You have carried thoughts, duties, voices, expectations, and emotions for many hours. Set them down gently. You can return to what matters when morning brings new strength. Rest is not stealing time from the solution. Rest may be creating the clarity the solution requires. Some of your best understanding may arrive after you stop chasing it. A new perspective may meet you in the morning. A difficult conversation may feel different after sleep. The decision that seemed impossible tonight may become simpler when your body is restored and your emotions are no longer fighting to be heard all at once. Allow silence to do its quiet work. You do not need to fill this night with explanations or defend yourself in imaginary conversations. You do not need to revisit every word you wish you had spoken differently. The past hour cannot be repaired by punishing the present one. If you made a mistake today, acknowledge it without becoming it. You can learn, apologize, correct, and begin again. If someone else's actions hurt you, remember that understanding their behavior is not required before you protect your peace. If something remains uncertain, let uncertainty exist without allowing it to occupy every room inside you. Not knowing is uncomfortable, but it is not always dangerous. There have been other nights when you could not see the way forward, yet a path eventually appeared. There were questions you once believed would follow you forever, but time revealed what panic could not. There were endings that later made room for beginnings you had never imagined. Trust that possibility again. Tonight, Lower the volume of the world. Dim the lights. Release your shoulders. Unclench your hands. Take one slow breath, then another. Let each breath remind your body that this moment is safe enough for rest. You are not required to carry tomorrow before it arrives. Morning will bring its own light, its own information, and its own opportunity to act. Whatever needs your attention can meet a version of you who has slept, recovered, and returned to yourself. You will respond more wisely from restoration than from depletion. So place the unanswered questions beside you rather than inside you. Let them wait without becoming your identity. You are still worthy of peace while life remains unclear. You are still allowed to sleep while decisions are unfinished. You are still held by hope even when you cannot yet see what comes next. The night is not asking you for a verdict. It is offering you a pause. Receive it. Let silence finish what effort could not. Let rest soften what worry made sharp. Let sleep carry you beyond the limits of today's understanding. You may not have the answer tonight, but you do not need it to be at peace. Rest now. Clarity knows how to find a quiet mind. Welcome to Rise and Rest, where every morning brings new purpose and every night brings renewed hope. Here is today's message.